Hello, hello, and welcome, beautiful ones, to Alchemy and Oracles, your weekly moment of inner alchemy. And it was so beautiful out. Hi, everyone. Let me know who's here. So beautiful out. I wanted to sit outside for a moment. I only have a couple of my sound tools, and I'm feeling a little bit like in between places. I've been really spending the last like 5-6 weeks doing a pretty deep energetic detox for myself, and it's been a very fascinating journey. I've got another 6 weeks or so to go, and I'm loving the process. One of the things I've noticed is I'll feel really out of sorts. Hi, Mom. Let me know how the sound is today, because I'm doing it on a completely different thing. Hold on, let me check the sound. Let me know if you can hear my chimes. How does that sound? Yeah, so with the energetic detox, I sometimes feel like I'm going through a washing machine, and then I come out all sparkly and clean, and I have all this energy, and other times I'm just really exhausted. And right now my body's going through something. You can hear it in my voice. But I really wanted to be here today because I kept hearing the sounds coming through, and they definitely have messages. So I will be sharing their messages for you today. The other thing I wanted to say that I've been noticing with this energetic detox is, I'm really paying attention to my body every day and how it feels. And I'm noticing the things that I'm engaged in and how my body responds to that. And I do this normally, but, I'm doing this in a held space. And so it's giving me an opportunity to dedicate myself to this process. Usually I do that for other people, but I've been doing this for myself, working with a teacher. And really recognizing the things that are weighing me down or pulling on me, or, things that I've been staying into for longer than I should have, out of like obligation or commitment, but my body is long past receiving what it needs to from that interaction. So I've been making a lot of changes in my life, and as a result, feeling a lot more creativity coming through, a lot more information coming through, a lot more energy to do things. And it's been this wave-like experience, or a washing machine experience, really. So this is, I have water in me right now, so I sound a little out of it from that. But I just wanted to take a few minutes and drop in and say hi and share with you the messages that are coming through. For those of you who are new, I'm 𝙩𝙤𝙙𝙖𝙮. I am a licensed acupuncturist, sound healer, and clairvoyant, and I have been doing this work for over 22 years in one form or another, helping people awaken the healing intelligence of their body-mind. And because of my unique skill set, I'm able to really accurately and quickly identify where the blocks are in your field and help bring you back into harmony and flow. And so for me, these last 6 weeks with my detox, I am identifying the blocks in my own field, and even being clairvoyant and having other clair abilities. It can be challenging to see them for myself, so it's really nice to be held and not always the person holding, and maybe you can identify and resonate with that for yourself. So, it's a little windy. We'll see how the phone holds up. But let's dive into the sounds here, because they're already talking, along with all the birds. We have so many birds, and we have some beautiful chimes to support us in our alchemy today. So let's just take a breath in wherever you are. Just take a breath in, and then let it go. Bless you, Mooch. And then let it go. Okay. Now take another breath in, but notice how you're taking the breath in. Like notice how your body is taking the breath in. Notice how you're kind of forcing the breath in, right? Maybe on some level, right? There's a tension there. Now on the next inhale, let's see if you can allow the body to receive the breath. Hi, Michaela. See if you can allow the body to receive the breath. So there's no effort here yet. Yeah. You just took a whole lot of life force in right there. So notice the difference when you're consciously breathing. There's an effort there initially, but then when we just shift our perspective and awareness around the breath just slightly, allowing ourselves to receive it, we can receive a lot more. Oh, good, you can hear them. I'm just using my phone today, so I wasn't sure how the sounds would come across. So just notice for a few minutes how your body is receiving the breath and releasing the breath. There you go. Yeah. See, even with that awareness, now you're starting to release even more than you were before. Beautiful. Now on the next couple of breaths, let's breathe in and out through the heart space. Allow the heart to breathe you. Yeah. That just amped up your energy field quite a bit. A lot of momentum and spin just happened there. A lot of movement. There you go. Breathing into the center of the heart. Actually, let's breathe from the center of the heart. Try that. Make that little adjustment. Breathe from the center. There you go. Beautiful. Okay, that just allowed you to access even more energy through the crown, down through the root, just by making that subtle adjustment. Now, it's these subtle shifts that we're making which have a profound impact. So see if you notice how each time we're making a little bit of a change, how you're able to receive more vitality, more life force, more light, more energy, just with these subtle shifts. This is what I've been doing these last 6 weeks that I was talking about at the beginning. I'm making small changes. I'm saying no to this. I'm saying yes to this. Okay? And then I'm noticing how much more life force, much more energy I have available to me. I free myself up. Beautiful. Now let's breathe down into the lower belly. You did a beautiful job breathing in and out of the center of your heart. Now bring your awareness, and it helps sometimes if you put your hands on your lower belly, below your belly button, below your navel. And now allow the belly to bring the breath into itself. And notice if you're bringing that same amount of effort or if you're just allowing the belly to breathe you. And if you're noticing the effort, then on the next inhale, allow the belly to breathe you. And you just witness yourself kind of on autopilot. The body knows what to do, just like when you watch a baby breathe, right? That they know how to breathe properly. And we've kind of forgotten as we've gotten older. We lost touch with that part of ourselves. But that part of ourself is always there and present, and there's so many beautiful ways to connect with that. Okay, bring the breath in a little bit more deeply, just like we were breathing in and out through the center of the heart. Breathe in and out through the center of the belly, below the navel, just right in front of the spine. See if you can connect with that. There you go. Beautiful. And then breathe from there. There you go. Yeah. Notice what happens. Maybe the breath is stopping here. Just notice it and just be with it, and then it'll open up for you. There you go. Beautiful. A lot of adjustments are being made. You're doing such a wonderful job tracking yourself and being present with yourself. We're almost there. I can feel it. Waiting for us all to arrive together with the breath. And notice where you go. Sometimes your attention is going outwards a little bit. Maybe a thought is coming up and that's pulling you outwards, and that's totally fine. Just bring your awareness back to that center of the belly. and then breathe again. It's like riding a bike, right? You kind of have to keep the wheel moving from side to side a little bit in order to go straight. You're not just pedaling straight. It's this balance. It's the same thing with our breath and our awareness. It's moving. But after time, that movement, which may start out as a lot more dynamic, begins to become a little bit more tightly woven balancing act. So it almost seems like it's still, but there's still a movement in the stillness. And however dynamic your breath and awareness is, it's perfect. We're just going with it. So you might go out, and then you bring yourself back. There you go. There you go. Yeah. So you just had another shift here. So just notice how it feels here with that breath. Yeah, there's a lot more connection, depth, and even at this level, I'm tracking some emotions might be coming up from the surface, and that's beautiful. You've unlocked something with the breath, and we're just going to continue to breathe and allow that to move through. There you go. A couple more rounds, bringing yourself back. There you go. And then for the last couple of breaths, let's just put one hand over the heart and the other hand on the lower belly. And let's breathe. So you can feel your hands rising and falling at the same time. Again, we're not making this happen. We're just witnessing it. And we're allowing that connection to happen on its own. This is the healing intelligence you're witnessing. When you become the witness, you get out of the way, right? And you can watch this connection happen naturally. There you go, and you'll feel that click. It usually doesn't take too many breaths for this to happen. And keep doing that. So I'm hearing a very strong feminine voice coming through. Like almost the voice of the crone. Like the old mother, been around a long time. So this is what I'm hearing, that you've damaged yourself for far too long. You didn't mean to. But now is a time of healing. And the healing is not just for the individual. It really feels like the healing, and I'm not even going to say planetary healing. It's the healing of time and the way we experience time and the way we move through time. We feel that time is finite, and so for us, and it's our relationship to time which causes a lot of separation and fear, losing time, not enough time. And so we make all of these choices in response or in reaction to our relationship with time itself. If you had all the time in the world, how would that feel? If there was no rush to do anything, what would you do? If you knew you were eternal, how would you live differently? So time is a construct that is serving the evolution of humanity in surpassing time or evolving beyond time or accessing timeless places and timelessness within the confines of the physical self, which exists in time, but you exist outside of time. How to exist as an eternal, timeless being in a perception of a finite, defined state. So if we were to do away with clocks, how would we live? I stopped wearing a watch when I was like 18 years old, yet I'm always on time. I have a very deep connection in my body to when I need to do things, when I need to leave to go somewhere, when I need to make plans to travel somewhere. All of it, it's in my body. So if you were to do away with clocks, how, and I invite you to try this if you have time to do this. Like, how would you be living differently without knowing what time it is? If you were on your natural rhythm, okay, these are rhythms and cycles, and there's layers and layers of them that are happening. But we're disconnected from time, disconnected from our cycle, our natural cycle of time in our own body, when we ascribe to the constructs of the calendar, which is very linear with the clock, with schedules. So how can you relate to life from your natural rhythm and cycle, which is restorative and healing and generative in itself? The other modus of operation is destructive in that way. It's damaging, it's separating, it's divisive, it's controlling, it's enslaving, it's imprisoning. So feel the ravages of time. Right? Think of the language that we have around it. Time waits for no man or no one. All these feelings that feel like you'll never amount to anything, you'll never be enough, you'll never get there. Screw it. Throw out your watch. We're so connected to our devices, to time, to our watches, and tracking everything. It's disconnecting us. Track it with your awareness. You are much more technologically advanced, creation of life than, your iPhone or your Apple Watch or your Fitbit or whatever it is. These are just shadows of your consciousness that you have, and you're seeing them in the material world and the reflections of the brilliance that you already are, but you are far more brilliant than that. So for a moment, taking that beautiful awareness that you had with the breath and just feeling your relationship to time. Maybe you feel it in relationship to your chronological age. Maybe you feel it in relationship to your schedule and work. Just notice how you feel and how your body relates and responds to when you feel time as it moves through you. Okay. Yeah, we're all very familiar with it because we operate within that, unconsciously. And we're programmed to. Just waiting to see how they're waiting for the next vision of the journey here. Okay, so take now with your mind's eye and kind of see your physical self, just the outline of your physical body. Okay, that part of you is what is perceived to be kind of locked into time. So just notice that. Now beyond the physical body are your subtle bodies, right? So the energetic aspects of yourself, which, are also shaped like your physical body, outlines of your physical body. Those also have different relationships to time. So as you extend your awareness out into your subtle bodies, notice how your feeling of time changes. So let's take our awareness and just bring it outside the physical body, just about 2 or 3 inches. And notice how your relationship to time is here. There you go. Beautiful. Now go out another like 6 to 8 inches. Go out into the next energetic body. Kind of bring your awareness out, slide it outwards until you feel like the next kind of connection point or next edge. There you go. Yeah, and then just notice your connection to time here. How does that feel? It's very loose. Now, if you've ever experienced any sort of like psychedelic medicine or plant medicine, you know time is very different in these places, right? But we're getting out of the way and we're accessing these alternate states of consciousness, which are always there and available to us. And there's a very different relationship to time. Beautiful. And let's just go out a little bit more, wherever you feel your awareness wants to expand to. And notice how time feels out there. Beautiful. And then just bring it in again. Let's just see how we feel as we bring our awareness in, how it feels to time now. Yeah, like you stop breathing, right? Can you feel that? There's like a huge constriction now in the chest area as we're doing that. And I'm tracking. Beautiful. We're just noticing the difference, right? It's just how we're programmed to experience it. So now I invite you to take your awareness and expand your awareness out to where you feel free of time, wherever that is. Expand it outwards until you feel that sense of freedom from time, or as free as it is for you now. Each time you do this, you'll experience a different sense of freedom. There you go. And notice where you go, where that freedom is. A lot of you went up above your head, right? Wherever you go is perfect. Where is that feeling of timelessness for you? And then just breathe in this place for a few moments. There's almost a sense of fear that starts to arise that I'm tracking of like losing myself, right? I might lose myself. I know that feeling as well. There's this fear of annihilation of self. And that's okay. Just notice it. Notice whatever is arising. And now imagine you have almost like a butterfly net, and you're going to capture the energy of this connection to freedom from time, wherever you are in your awareness. And just capture a little bit of that light, of that energy, and bring that energy now, of that butterfly net, of that connection to timelessness, and put it somewhere in your physical body. You can take it out of the net and then just place it somewhere, wherever it wants to go within the physical body. Maybe it wants to go in a couple of places. Okay, so now we've kind of created a lifeline to timelessness, which is really your true nature. But we lose track, right? We lose track of that. There you go. That looks really good, you guys. Nicely done. So let me know how you guys are feeling as you're doing this. I'd love to hear from you when you have a moment to kind of articulate, right? So how do we bridge the space from staying in these expanded states and communicating at the same time, right? Sometimes we can't, but sometimes you can. As a channel, you learn to do that. And I was having this really wonderful conversation with Tiago, who you'll get to meet later this week. He's going to be doing the trance healing session for 𝙩𝙤𝙤𝙀 clinic on the 29th. And we were talking about getting out of the way and how much healing happens when we do that, and how as channels we learn or we naturally know how to get out of the way, but we also practice doing that. But I think it's a skill that everyone needs to learn, because the more we get out of our way, we get out of the indoctrination and programming of our mind, and we access the timeless, eternal nature of ourself, and can invite that beautiful life force and light to move through us and live the timeless, eternal self in a 3D world, right? And we live from the place of our heart and our true self, our authentic being, from this place when we channel who we are. Right? So it's that same thing, and you just did it beautifully, and that freedom and that timelessness is who you are. Maybe you're commenting and I can't see. There we go. Yeah. So notice from here how you're breathing, how your body feels. When you think about your day now, oh, you're welcome, Denise. Infinite love and gratitude to you too. When you feel your day now, notice how time feels to you. Maybe it feels a lot more fluid. Maybe it feels more spacious. How would you describe your relationship to time? You are beyond time, my friends, and our time together today is coming to a close. So beautiful to see you. Let me know how this journey unfolded for you and continues to unfold. Practice your noticing your connection with time. I had no idea this is where we were going to go today. I never do, but I just heard the sounds communicating. So I'm so glad I took this moment to be here with you today. And I always thank you for coming together with me to harmonize the nature of oneself. And I look forward to seeing you same time, same place next week. And hopefully you'll join us for Tiago's trance healing session, where he goes to these places of timelessness to connect you with the spiritual intelligence. Namaste to you. He connect you with the spiritual healing intelligence and allows you to receive that beautiful experience. You'll have to experience it for yourself, but I'll be posting a video with him soon, and you can learn, get to know him a little bit, and hopefully you'll join us for these beautiful trance healing session and get to experience it for yourself. I know every time I've done that with him, my life has taken a quantum leap to a next level of evolution in my life, and it's powerful. It's powerful, and it's a very special gift to receive. Okay, beautiful ones. Thank you so much. Let me know in the comments how you feel now and your relationship to time. It's been a beautiful time. Blessings.